Well, hello and welcome again to Wellness Wednesday with Kathy Stevens. So, I'm hoping that I give you a chance to get in the room, but today we're here again on Wellness Wednesday with me, Kathy Stevens, and our focus for the month of April is our brain body connection. So, all of my workouts will focus a little bit on that aspect of training with the 60 up board. So let's talk a little bit about what that means. I want to check real quick and see if I'm able to see the chat box. I'm trying something new today, so we shall see if the live happens. Let's see. If I can get this to work, it'll be great for communication. All right. Well, not sure if it's happening. Oh, yep, it's happening. I see myself. Yay. Okay, so I want you guys to feel free. Chat it up in the chat box. I want to know who's here. Today, we're going to be working on, as I said, that brain-body connection for the whole month, not just today, the whole month of April. This is the goal for Dan and Debbie and myself, is to recognize and focus in, laser focus in on that. That's so easy to do on this product, as you know, because it's all about the brain body neural connection. Now, your brain is your command center for everything you do, from what you think to what you feel to how you function. And research has clearly shown that along with a good diet, which we talked a lot about last month, proper sleep habits, which I'm sure we'll spend more time on, regular exercise is one of the key ingredients to improving brain health and overall function, your ability to function in life and stay healthy, fit, and feel good. So during this month, during Wellness Wednesdays, I want our workouts to focus in on brain stimulating patterns that will connect the various systems of the brain to the body so that we can have better posture, better balance, and of course, also improve our physical and cognitive coordination. So those are going to be the focus points for today. When we talk about these systems, we're talking about the somatosensory, or that sense of touch, that sense of feel. These are so important in terms of posture, alignment, and balance. Sometimes we call it that kinesthetic awareness in space. So the somatosensory system is where your skin, your joints, your muscles, your connective tissue, they all send messages to the brain of where your body is in space. We'll work with that. We're also going to work with the visual sensory system, because we know part of balance and posture and alignment also comes from signals that we get through the eyes and how we react to those signals, with or without those signals, how we're able to balance. And so we're going to employ some of that in today's workout as well. And then third, but not least in any means, is the vestibular, or that inner ear system of balance that we know is important as well in terms of all of those things, that perception of posture and awareness and movement in space. And then add to that, we're going to work up on that communication, improving the communication between the right and left hemispheres of the brain with various patterns that have to do with cross crawl or lateral cross movement patterns that really help to open up that highway of information that allows you to have some of those cognitive and physical coordination improvements. So a lot to do this month, and I hope to kind of progress it so that as we're going along, maybe each week we do the workout, we see that we're improving and having a little better control of some of the base skills and some of those sensory areas that we're going to be focusing in on. Okay, so right now I just want to come and say hi to Craig, because he's in the room. Yay, Craig. And Pat as well. I see you because I have another screen over here that I can see your comments. So again, thank you for being here today on Wednesday. And I hope to give you a really brain stimulating workout today. Not that they aren't all brain stimulating, right? But we're going to just slow things down a bit and really try to feel our way through what's going on. Hey, Pat. Hey, Roxanne. Roxanne, nice to see you. I'm not Debbie, I'm Kathy, but You can call me Debbie if you'd like. We're all one team, one 60 up system of helping you get in the best shape of your life and staying there. So, are you guys ready to get up and get started? I am. With that said, what do we need today? We need our water. And so, always have plenty of water around. We need our 60 up board. Now, actually, I'm going to make an adjustment because in today's focus, we're not going to use the band. So, I'm going to get rid of mine because don't want to have them in the way. And if you have yours on, you can leave them there or take them off. I forgot to take mine off this morning, so I'm going to do it right now. And then what's the other thing I like us to have? I love for you to have a sturdy chair nearby. Why? Because I encourage you guys to always have a way that you can either stop and take a break or have something nearby or behind you if you have a lot of balance issues and you just always want that little extra safety. These poles are great and they've been designed on this board so that you have a comfort sense of being able to hold on to something whenever you need to, but sometimes you need something behind you. So having a chair nearby that you can scoot in is great, and I do encourage personal breaks at any point that you need them. So if you missed the first few minutes, it's Brain-Body Connection Month. And we are going to work on the systems of body, from the somatic sensing to the visual to the vestibular, and we're going to really connect and make our brains be as clear and coordinated as possible in today's workout. Boom, so much to do. So let's start with a warm-up. I'm going to put a little bit of background music in. You may not hear it because it's going to be light. I don't want it to overpower what I'm doing and saying. And I will come back in and check the chat box. So any chats you guys want to make, feel free. Betsy, hi, welcome. So glad to see you. Today is Brain Body Connection Day and month. So what I want you to do right now in the warm-up is just stand tall. If you need to keep your hands on your poles, go ahead. If not, put them at your side and just think about your posture. Head over shoulders. Push your head forward, push it back, find the center. Let's do that again. Forward, back, center. Watch from the side. Forward, back, center. Be thinking about what that feels like. Find center. Now, tilt right, center, left, center. Think about how that head is positioned over your body. Feel the stretch on one side as you tilt, and then the other. Feel free to hold your handles if you need to, and then bring it back to the center. Now I'm going to invite everyone to hold the handles because this is a little bit more difficult. Twist and look behind the right, bring it to the center. Feel the stretch in the side opposite the direction you're looking. Think about that. Where are you feeling that stretch? Today it's about feeling, sensing, moving, coordinating. Look over the right, look to the center, look over the left. One more time as we warm up the neck. One more side. And bring it back to the center and just rock your feet a little bit because you've been standing still for a while. And it's always important in the warm-up to get the blood flowing. So let the knees bend gently side to side. Now we're going to go from the head down to the feet. So I want you to just kind of feel your feet. Feel the toes and the heels dropping as you shift and lunge. So let one heel come up and then push down, almost like you're, stomping something with your heel. Lift up and down. Make that toe connection. Feel the arch of the foot peel up. Feel the knee bend, feel the body sway. Side to side, keeping that head in that nice centered position that we lined up a second ago. Good. And then bring it back right into the center. Redistribute the weight in the middle of both feet and rock up and back gently. Allow your heels to pop up just about an inch or maybe even a half an inch, and then allow your toes to peel up. but keep everything tall. Keep your abdominals tight, your bottom pulled up, and squeeze a little bit through the thighs as you rock back. See if you can increase that range, but feel like you're peeling the foot from heel to toe and then toe to heel. Make that connection between your brain and the floor as you warm up those ankles and those lower legs. Nice. And now bring it back to center and peel the inside of your arches up and then let them drop. Just a little, not a lot. Just feel like you're doing this with your foot. Arch down, arch back. Feel the stretching sensation as it goes up the sides of the inner foot and outer foot. Nice. Couple more. And then find that center place. And as you center, I want you now to feel like your toes are just growing into the ground, your heels, your arches, everything is spreading roots. And then hold it there and take your arms up to the side. And let's make some big circles. Inhale on the up, spread your fingers. I want you to feel like roots are coming out of your hands and reaching up to the ceiling. And then I want you to still feel that groundedness at your feet. So we've got a real sensory warm-up going on now. Inhale and exhale, circle and warm the shoulders. Now expand the lungs as you're doing this. And if you have difficulty doing this without holding on, then by all means do one arm only, and maybe every other or every second one switch arms. Whatever works for you. Are you still spreading those feet, gripping and rooting? All right, now bring the arms in. Reverse this. Go up, palms out and down. Go up. I want you to feel how you're pulling up through the chest muscles and then pulling down through the latissimus dorsi or back muscles. Are you still rooting those feet? Pushing your heel, your toes, your outer, your inner edges into the ground firmly. Taking nice deep breaths. 2 more times. Last one. Upper body feels great, doesn't it? Now place one hand on the pole, one on your thigh, and hinge forward. And then come up. Switch arms. Hinge forward. Come up. Now I want you thinking about what you're feeling here. Keeping the back flat and the nice long extension through the neck. You should feel some back contraction going on to maintain that posture. You should feel some stretching going on at the back of those legs, hip and buttocks muscles. Try to keep the legs as straight as possible. Notice what I'm doing. I'm alternating. One hand on my thigh, one hand on the pole. A little multitasking here. Switch and lift. Are you still breathing nice and deep? Inhale and exhale. Good. We're going to do a few more of these, and then we're going to stay in the down position and finish our warm-up through the spine. Excellent. Last one, and then we're going to stay in the down position. Place both hands on your poles. Maybe bring your feet in just a little bit, just a tad, and then round the back up, tucking the chin in and the hips under, and then flatten the back out. Again, round the back up, tucking, and then release down. And I really want you to think about pulling your abdominals up towards the ceiling, feeling the contraction in the front side of your torso and the stretch up the spine or down the back side of your torso. Keep going. Give me a couple more nice tilts. Chin in, tuck the tailbone under, flat back down, tuck under. This is a wonderful way to release tension and increase circulation in that spinal column. Pull up, tuck under, push down, flat. 2 more. Pull up, tuck under, push down, flat. Last one. Up and flat. Now unhinge to tall standing posture. Walk the feet together. All right. So our first series, I want you just to stand and I want you just to feel a nice length through your spine. And I want you just to be aware of, again, the pressure between the toes and the heels, the outer and the inner, the front and the back. Now, as you're here, I want you to rise up onto your toes and feel how that shifts your weight forward, and then come down and rock back and see how that shifts your weight back. And just feel what it does to your whole body. Sense how you might have to tighten certain muscles or change other joints to get up on those toes. You got to squeeze your glutes. You got to pull in your abdominals to rock back. You've got to tighten those shins and maybe push your hips back a little bit. So just be aware of your body positioning and how one joint relates to the other. Go on up, tightening those calves, tightening those glutes. Come on back. Good, again. Up, up, up. Down, down, down. And now on this next one, we're gonna come up, 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 but as we go down, we're gonna sit back. And again, I want you to feel what muscles start to click in. I want you to sense this, the feel of it. Come up to your toes, feel what muscles are tightening. Come back to your hips, sit back into a chair. Feel those thighs working, feel those knees. What happens? Do you feel some different pressure points in the joints? Somatosensing, back. Again, up high on the toes. Back down. Now on this last one, we're gonna come up and I want you to hold it as high as you can on the toes. Try to balance. See what that does. Do you feel anything shaking? Do you feel a little more shake in those muscles of your ankle, your knee, your hip? What is this doing to it? Put that hand back down and try the other. Try to stay up on those toes, but really put your mind's eye on what is this doing to your posture, to your muscles. Are things gripping? Are they shaking? And then if you can, see if you can let go with both. Now you're really gonna feel that little sense of shake. Where is it being generated from? Is it coming from your toes, your ankles, your hips, your core? A little bit of everything, right? And then gently come down. Woo, shake it off. All right, that was our sensory perception, sensory touch, feeling the difference, okay? Now we're gonna move on to a little visual stimulation. So I want you to march in place. Just march. Now, if you can, and again, it's only if you're comfortable, let go of your poles and put your palms up. You can always keep a palm on a pole if you need it, because this next exercise is going to challenge you. I want you to close your eyes and keep marching. There's where you might want to grab the poles, right? So now grab the poles and open your eyes. All right, close your eyes. See what you feel. Good. Open your eyes. See if it feels any different. Now, again, try to let go. See if you can close your eyes. Maybe even one eye. See what that feels like. Just close one eye. Close the other eye. Does it feel different? See if you can close both. Do you feel yourself drifting? Always be safe. Remember to open your eyes at any time or hold your poles at any time. But see if you sense your body drift a little once you close your eyes. All right, open the eyes. Put the hands back on the poles. Now we're going to step up. And I want you to step up on 2 and 2. And we're going to rock. Rock right and left. Let's start this again, thinking about the pressure point, the somatosensory. Where do you feel this in your feet? Do you feel this on the outer edges more? Make it about the outer edges. Purposefully push from your pinky toe. Now purposefully push from your big toe. Nice. Now purposefully push from the ball of the foot. Let the heel come up. Feel how much more power you have there when you load it. And now purposefully try to get your weight back in your heels and lift your toes a little. Notice what has to happen. Your hips have to sit back, don't they? See that reaction to posture? Now come back to flat foot. Pull your hips under, squeeze your glutes a little bit, lift your chest and sternum, keep that rock going. Now let's keep sensing up the body. Let's sense from the knee. So really focus on bending one knee, and you're going to feel a lot of your weight goes to one side, which of course rocks the board. You're going to start to feel those tissues around the knee absorbing, contracting. Can you feel that? Think about it for me. Feel it in that right, then that left quadricep. Nice. Bend that knee. Take that sensation of pressure up the chain. Did you notice how when you put your mind on your knees, you kind of didn't even know what your feet were doing, but they probably were doing what they needed to. Nice. All right, now moving on up. Can you give me more of a hip shift? Hip, like almost you're doing the old bump. Remember the dance? Bump it, right, left. Now what's this do? It kind of feels more like a stretch sensation, doesn't it? Lubricating, loosening up that pelvic joint. But your knees and feet were working, whether you thought about it or not. Notice how where you put your mind and where you sense the movement shifts where the neural pathways put their focus. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and back to just a normal rock, no focus, or bring the focus back to the feet, let's say. Now, one more focus. I want you to push one arm into the pole in the direction you're going, almost like you're trying to push your board over. What do you notice? Do you notice a little more chest and shoulder contraction? Now, of course, the board's going along, your feet are still into play, your knees, your hips, but now maybe you're feeling a little more core, a little more upper body. That's it. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now just ease it out, and let's go with a little faster, quicker pace. Okay, here's what I want to do now. We'll move on to the visual side of things. So I want you to go slow again, and I want you to look down. And I want you to move the right to the 1, the left to the 1, and then rock here for a second. And then I want you to move the right to the 2, the left to the 2, and rock here for a second. But I want you to look at it when you move it, okay? Now 3. Rock 3. 3 is towards the outside. Look down at it. Look up. Look down. Move to 2, 2. Look at it. Look at it. See it. Look up. Now look down. Move 1 to 1. I know those numbers aren't easy to see. The 1 to 1 is on the inside of those center holes. Go back to 2, look down. 2 is outside the center holes. Look up after you've moved. 3 is to the outside of the outer pole. Look down, look up. All right, so we're going to do this in a little ladder. So look down first. 2, 2. Look down, look up. 1, 1. Look down, look up. Let's go back to 2, 2. Look down, look up. Now think what that feels like. All right, look down, 3, 3. Look at it, look up. Think about what that feels like in your mind's eye. Look down, go 2, 2. Look up. How's it feel? Where are your feet in space? Where's your body in space? Go 1, 1. Look down first. Look up, think about what it feels like. Okay, this next set, I'm going to invite you to try to do this just with the sense of feel, no look. So look forward if you can. You can always look down if you need to. But here's the visual drill. So without looking, here we go. Try to place those feet 2 to 2, still rocking. What's it feel like? 3 to 3, still rocking. What's it feel like? 2 to 2. Good. What's it feel like? 1 to 1. 2 to 2. Try not to use your eyes. Visual system being stimulated. 3 to 3. Now that's the one you might want to look a little bit, just because I don't want anybody to feel like they're going to step off their board. Let's go with the other leg coming in first. So left first. 2 to 2. Are you there? Do you think you're hitting it? 1 to 1, left to right. What's it feel like? All right, go back to 2 to 2. Keep that rock going. You probably forgot about where the pressure is because you're thinking so hard about the position. 3 to 3. Nice. Back 2 to 2. Left first. How you doing? Are you hitting the mark? Have you learned it? And then 1 to 1. All right, now little fast pedals. Let's go. Rock it, rock it. Now see if you can close your eyes and feel comfortable doing this. How does that change the dynamics? Not just not looking down, but actually closing your eyes. And please feel free to peek when you need to. All right, we're going to go. Keep them closed and move out to 2 to 2 if you can. You don't have to, but try it. See what it feels like. Are you more in contact with what you're feeling? Are you more aware of what's pressing to get you to shift? All right, go out a little more, 3 to 3. This is going to be tricky, so if you want to open your eyes, feel free. See if you can connect more to it without your eyes. Good. Keep going. Take a peek when you need to. Come back to 2 to 2. And then we're going to have a challenge, all right? All right, back 1 to 1. Our visual system is getting super stimulated. Open your eyes. All right, now, without looking down, I'm going to cue the right leg first and then the second, all right? Let's see if you can hit it without looking down. Right 2, left 1. Right 3, left 1. Right 2, left 2. Right 1, left 3. Ooh, that's a hard one. Right 2, left 2. All right, that was hard. I don't know about you. I felt it. Okay, now let's just bend the knees and lift. Woo, take a little squat break. Go back to that sensation. Where is the pressure going? Is it going into your heels? Are you keeping it back in your hips rather than your knees? What do you think makes the difference? Think about that from a pressure somatic test right here. Think about it. You've got to lean back with your buttocks or your hips. Otherwise, if you don't think about it, it all goes into the knees. So I want you to feel how you are shifting, where you feel this by the posture and the alignment. Sit back into it. Now, we're going to slow this down. We're going to go down, 2, 3, like an elevator, and up, 2. And I want you to be thinking and sensing. Sense where you feel the most tension in your thighs. Is it about there? There? Well, does it go back into the hips as you get a little lower? It should. So you should feel a load shift from thigh to hips. And then from thigh to hips on the way up if you tighten or tuck your buttocks. So create dynamic tension at the end range by squeezing your glutes. Sense it, feel it. What do you think? Think we could do this with our eyes closed and it might feel different? Let's try that. Oh boy, that does feel different. I start to feel A lot more wobbly. How about you? Try one more. Awesome. All right, now stand here. So we've done a lot so far with that sense of touch, right? The somatic system. We've done a lot with the visual, the sense of sight. What about that inner ear that I talked about, the vestibular system? So let's take this simple rock. Now, let's start by settling in the middle. And all I want you to do is look right, look center, try to balance. Look left, look center. So anytime we have head movement, we are going to stimulate that sensory system that has to do with the inner ear. Good. Now, we're going to add a rock and go a little faster. Go right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Hit balance. Try to balance. See if that right, left twist gave you a little more challenge when you try to balance center. Now go left, right, left, right. Be tall, be strong. Still stay connected to what the feet are doing, but try to stimulate that vestibular system. 2 more. Last one, and center. Try to find it. Find that center. Balance. See if you can let go. Woo-hoo. Feel that? Nice. Hold it. Bring it back up. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do right, left, balance, left, right, balance. Ready? Here we go. Right, left. 2 more. Right, left. 1 more. Right, left, and hold. Try to catch it. See if you can let go. You've got this. All right, left, right. 2 more. And hold. Catcher's hold. Try to balance it. Now remember, you can always hold those poles if you need to. Try it again. Here we go. Right, left, right. 2 more. Center. Find that center as quick as you can. Keep that chin parallel to the ground. That head centered. Ready to the left. We go. Left, right. 2 more. And center. Hold it. Find that center. Excellent. Awesome. All right, now we're going to turn to the side. Just pivot. Oh, yes. And we're going to rock front and back. Forward and back. Allow your body to find that sense of toes to heels. So let's go back to the touch. Sense where the feet are bearing that weight. Toes, heels. Let your body move like one nice block of ice. Forward and back. All right, starting down from that lower connection. Yes. Beautiful. Somatosensory. Toes, heels, knees, hips, glutes, hamstrings, quads. What are you feeling? Core. Beautiful. All right. Let's take the visual system and close the eyes. Rock. Keep those eyes closed if you can. Sense your body in space in a new way, a different sense of need, of balance. You've got this. 4, 3, 2. Open those eyes. Come back to a simple rock. Catch your awareness in space. All right, now, forward and back. I want you to look right and left. Look away, look to me. Look away, look to me. Look away, look to me, and then hold balance center. Come on, surf it. What do you have to do to get this board not to bottom out? You have to really rock between the front foot and the back ball of the foot. See if you can let go.
Keep everything tight. Now from here, we're gonna rock and lift, rock and lift. So the knee comes up on the back, the heel and leg come up on the front. Got this? All right, so we're still gonna work a little bit on that vestibular system. I want you to go ahead and hold balance with the knee up. And from this knee up position, I want you to take the head and do a half circle, kind of a down and up. Oh, you're gonna feel the toes wiggling, trying to catch your balance. Just a little down and up with the head. Chin bobs down and circles back up. Little neck roll. All right, now lean in, lift the back leg, and just give me yes, no. Look up, look down. Look up, look down. Look up, look down. Last one. And then bring it back to the center, and let's just rock it out. Nice. Just get that movement going, get that blood flow going. So again, let's connect the dots before we turn to the other side. Toes, heels, toes. Ground those feet. Feel for the touch. Feel for the connective tissue. Feel for the muscles of the calves, the shins, the ankles, the feet. All right, now make it more about the knees. Feel for the knees. Feel those larger leg muscles, those quadriceps, hamstrings, and glutes. Bend, bend. Make it all about the knees. Good. Now from here, let's hinge more. Squeeze that hip back and front. What did you just notice? Did you sense a stretch in different muscle groups? A stretch in the hip flexor, a stretch in the hamstring. Feel for it, feel for it. Good. Now let's take it up again and push, pull, push, pull. Use your arm to generate a stronger forward and back rocking action. Feel that bicep, feel that tricep, feel that shoulder. And automatically, since that shoulder girdle is attached to the torso, you're going to feel more core, you're going to feel more back, you're going to feel more chest. Do you feel it? Let's sense it. 4 more. 3, 2, 1. Now what about eyes? Close and rock. I think we did this once, but let's do it again. Oh boy, that's the hard one, isn't it? We know that when it comes to balance, our visual system is so important, isn't it? All right, and then let's bring it center. Whoo, pivot front and rock it out for a second. I don't know about you, but I was sensing, were you sensing that calf muscle on the back leg really absorbing a lot of that contracted or that coiled feeling? So let's go ahead and just kind of loosen up. So as you go to the side, roll that one foot. As you go to that side, roll the other. Roll it. Nice. Circulation in that ankle foot. Boy, we've been going a long time without me inviting you to get some water and checking in on the chat. So I'm going to have you walk the feet in, and then we're going to step back gently and come off the board. Take a personal water break right now. We still have the other rocking horse to go. Checking in. I see, again, Roxanne is here. Not too many more comments, but I am checking it out and seeing it. So hopefully you're all working with me and you're able to hear and see me well. All right. So glad you're here, Betsy. Also, oh, guess what? I think Liddy just joined and I didn't see her. Is it Liddy? Is it LD? I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Huh. Oh, it is. It's Liddy. No, it's 2 L's D-Y. Liddy. Maybe that's Liddy. I don't know. You have to let me know. Is that the proper pronunciation? I hope so. All right. So, Roxanne, you recognized I'm Kathy. That's all right. Lighter hair, Kathy. Darker hair, Debbie. That's the way to remember it. Okay. So back to where we were. Remember, guys, today is all about brain-body connection. My focus is using those sensory systems of the brain that are so important for posture alignment, balance, and then leads to coordination of both cognitive and physical skills. So we haven't gotten to that yet. So now we're going to come on up again, 2 and 2. We're going to turn this time in the opposite direction so that we can start that rocking action again and stimulate the body with the opposite leg in lead. So again, we started going with that sense of touch. Where are you feeling this rock? Heels, toes. Start at the feet. Put your mind to what's going on. Down there, you feel the heels push and pull to the toes with the rock. Now, take that focus out of those lower leg muscles and let's go to the knees. Give me more flexion or bending on the front and a stronger push back through those knees. And then you're going to really focus in on what those tissues around the knee are feeling, what those quadriceps or the front thighs are feeling, what those hamstrings are feeling. Sometimes you're going to feel load, sometimes you're going to feel stretch. But it's all about connecting the dots for better coordination. Now let's take it to the hip. Hinge it forward and back. Allow the hip structure to move and almost precede what happens below. So my brain is going to my hips before my knees or ankles. And then notice how it affects the hip and ankles. Do you notice when your hips do the movement, you have to pull up that front toe and you end up feeling a stretch down the front calf and hamstring? And when your hips come forward, if you come forward far enough, you're going to feel a hip stretch in the hip flexor. Good. And then, of course, we moved up to the focus being more on the arm. So now push and pull and sense how you're feeling it more in the chest, maybe a little in the lats, in the bicep and tricep. Push, pull, push, pull. Still being aware of head alignment in space, keeping it stacked over the shoulders. Excellent. You've got this. Push, pull, push, pull. Awesome. Now, let's do this and close our eyes. Let's stimulate that sense of sight. Oh, that's hard, isn't it? So feel free to peek open if you need to. Just see what it feels like. Does it make you feel a little shaky? Now hold balance with the eyes closed if you can. That's hard. You feel almost like you just got off an elevator, don't you? Try to stay balanced. Sometimes putting that other arm out there helps. Try to surf the wave right there. Where are you putting your pressure to keep both ends up? Woo. Nice. All right, let's go back to rocking. And then we're going to add in that vestibular system, okay? So remember on this one, we look towards and away. Towards and away. Just a nice, kind of not super rapid, but nice tempo twist of the head, stimulating the vestibular or inner ear system. If it gets too much, please reduce the range or leave it out. Some of us might find this a little advanced. Good. Now, 2 more, then we're going to stick it. Last one, stick it, meaning try to balance in the center with your eyes open. Stay there, stay there. Fight for it. Good work. We're going to try that again. Here we go. Looking towards and away. Doesn't really matter if you're looking towards me on the forward or the back rocking motion, because it's really about that head pivot, that stimulation to the neck and inner ear. Sometimes that double task, or what we call multitask, is difficult in itself to coordinate, isn't it? But the more you do things like this, the more fluid they become. Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, if you get dizzy, please stop. 1, hold, balance. All right. Hold and balance, hold and balance. Now we're going to add a little level up. So we're going to go rock forward to the knee lift, forward to the knee lift, and then the heel lift. Good. Get your walking feet back on. Nice. Keep breathing. Inhale and exhale. Wonderful. Now we're going to do a couple more, and then we're going to hold that front knee up. Are you ready? Hold that front knee up, and then give me, if you can, that little kind of a half circle neck roll. And remember, if any of this is just way too outside of your capability today, then just hold the balance and omit the head roll. We're trying to purposefully stimulate and challenge that vestibular system. But it could be too much for you. Two more. You can sit down and do it as well. Last one, and now go back to the forward rock. Hold your leg up and give me a no, yes, yes, no. Look down, look up. Drop your chin, lift your chin. Deep breath. Wonderful. You've got this. And then hold balance in the center. And then bring that foot back down. Pivot to the front. And just give me a simple rock, side to side. Good job. Didn't you feel as though that just made everything connect a little more? I know it seems challenging at first, doing things like closing your eyes or moving your head in a rapid way and then stopping and balancing. But those things get easier as you try them. Now, with that said, you always want to try them safe and in a comfortable environment. And that's why it's always important to feel free to sit down, use your chair if you want, because those moves can be done from your chair as well. All right, now, let's go ahead and move to the center balance position. Good job. Awesome. Do those elevator squats again, sensing where the pressure is going in the feet, in the thighs, in the core, and the hips. Feel the weight going back towards your heels. You should be able to wiggle your toes when you get to the bottom of your chair squat. Try that again. Come to the bottom, stay there, and wiggle your toes. Can you do it? And then come up. So feel for it, wiggle your toes, sense it. Feel the pressure of it. Now this time, close your eyes and do it. And think more about what is happening to your ability to balance when you shut off one of those primary senses. Those inputs, those sensory inputs of the eye, so important. Open if you need to. And then, as we go down, look to the right, and then look to the left. See what happens when you stimulate that vestibular system a bit. Again, and the last one, we're going to stick and hold and balance. Boom. Right there. Excellent. Find that balance. See if you can let go with one. See if you can let go with the other one. See if you can let go with both. Awesome job. All right. Ground out, step back. We're not done yet, but I want to turn the board around. We're going to work the finishing touches of our sensing today using the red ball. All right? Get some water. That's it. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, guys. I hope you're still out there because you're going to like this next series. All right. So I'm going to grab my chair and I'm going to place it right behind my board. And as you've noticed, I've turned my board around so that my red ball is close to me. I don't want to have to reach out too far. Then I'm going to sit down. Now, I am going to invite you to take your shoes off. Go ahead, and if you don't want to, you don't have to. But I think you'll enjoy this if you do. Awesome. So, turn the music off. I don't really need a beat for this at all. So I'll give you a chance right now to get those shoes off. Awesome. Okay. So now let's go ahead and get comfortable, but in a tall seated way. So make sure your head is still over your shoulders are back and down, and they're over your hips. And this has always just got that little feeling of bracing, just a little tighten the belt, okay? And then I want you to take your right foot and put it up on the ball. You can hold with one hand if you want, or you can just sit up with your hands on your thighs. And I want you to start at the heel. And I just want you to roll the ankle so that you feel like you're mashing the ball with your heel. Look up and think about it. What are you feeling? Are you feeling prickliness? Are you feeling pressure? Are you feeling any pain or tenderness? Just the heel. And then I want you to go forward and back, toe down, toe up. Where are you feeling this? Is it moving it up to the calf and shin? Good. Just let that toe come all the way down and drape the ball and then pull it back up. Drape the ball and pull it back up. And then again, side to side. In your mind's eye, I want you to feel that movement as you open up the arch and then collapse it. Good. And then just dig deep into it. Push down. What are you feeling? Do you feel more of a sense of contraction as you push through the leg and hip joint? Push into it, push into it, push into it. Nice. And then from there, take that leg over the ball and just stretch down and do a little rocking action at the ankle. Okay. We're not done with this leg yet. We're just going from the heel. We'll move it to the toes. All right, now go ahead and take that foot and put the arch of the foot on the ball. And then just kind of rock and roll around it. See if there's any difference, you know. Try not to look at it, because sometimes if you look at it, then you somehow divert the sensation of what's being felt tactily down there. So you really want to try to think about the touch aspect. Are you feeling any tenderness as you roll in and out around your arch? Are you feeling anything? Remember, a lot of people that have the 60 up mention in their comments that they have neuropathy, or basically less sensation in the nerves down at the feet or fingers, you know, those peripheral neuropathy they call it. The outer edges aren't feeling like they used to. So just try to, if you don't feel it, think about what it should feel like. Roll it around, and then again, give me that downward dig pressure. And that, oh boy, I feel those nubs really creating a little bit of what I'll call pressure tension. Little pressure sensitivity, stimulating, increasing circulation. Think every time that you push down, what's it feel like on the down? What's it feel like on the up? What's it feel like on the down? What's it feel like on the up? Can you almost feel like when you take a sponge and you squeeze and then it absorbs the water? Squeeze and absorbs the water. Feel those neural connections. Feel like the electricity is going out there and just infusing that foot with energy, with circulation, with sensation. Good. All right, put it out there again and stretch it. Nice hamstring and calf stretch with the leg in front. We're not done with this foot yet. Creeping up to the toes. Are you ready for that? Okay, so let's go ahead now and put the upper portion of the foot and toes on the ball and just kind of scrunch around, almost like you're trying to pinch the ball with your toes. Pinch it with your pinky toe, pinch it with your big toe, pinch it with the middle toes, scrunch and pull it in. Imagine you could like use your toes to peel that ball right out of that positioning on the board. Peel it, squeeze it, push it, activate it. And if it's not working, just think about it. Put your foot up there and think about what it would feel like to scratch that ball with your toes. Nice. And now downward pressure. Push your big toe into it, push your toes, and let's just do a little press like you're pumping it up. Have you ever had to pump up a raft? Pump up that ball with your toes. Take all 5 toes and pump it, pump it, pump it up and down. And once again, in your mind's eye, see this as a sponge that's absorbing as you release, pushing, absorbing, getting blood flow, getting neurons activated, connected all the way down into those toes. Might as well do the hands too, right? Stimulate those fingers. 2 more, 1 more, relax. Put that foot out there, and this time just keep it straight and wiggle your toes. Doesn't that feel weird? When you stop pushing with that isometric force, all of a sudden there's like a little tingly sensation or almost a floaty sensation in those foot muscles. Good. All right, starting on the other side. Whew, that foot feels awake. Now put the heel down, and once again, we're just gonna roll around. You can hold your poles if you like. Sometimes just one pole, the other hand on your thigh works best. Roll the inner, the outer. Sense and feel for those nubs. The ball is really probably the best when it comes to stimulating that somatosensory system, because you really can get more of an awareness for what you're sensing, because that nubbiness really connects the dots. Push and roll, and then now dig, dig, dig. Think of that sponge. But this sponge you're going to feel all the way up into your hip and thigh. Dig, left, dig, lift, dig, lift. You're going to feel a lot of contraction when you press with the heel. Press, lift. You almost feel it more in the hip and thigh than foot and ankle, although the shin is feeling a lot, isn't it? What are you feeling? That's what it's about, connecting and recognizing what you're feeling and reacting. All right, put it out there for the stretch and point the toe and flex, because if you were doing that with some good dynamics, you probably started to feel some fatigue in this ankle area and shin muscle. Important group for so many things, because when these get weak or deadened to movement and recognition, that's where we have a tendency to trip more. We call them the toe picker-uppers. They're not picking up your toes when they need to. All right, go ahead and put that foot back on in the arch area of your foot. Let's roll it around. Let's give it a little massage. Inside, outside, forward side, back side. Releasing tension in the foot. Now here's where you're going to probably find more tender spots, right? Are you feeling it? A little bit more. That heel has a more callous area to it. Same with the ball and toes, but the arch of that foot can be a little tender. So just be recognizing of it. Reverse the roll. Feel that circulation. Feel that pressure. And then again, we're going to push, and I want you to feel your arch, like your arch is sinking and lifting, and those muscles are absorbing and really just soaking up that pressure and relaxation sensation. Pressure, release, pressure, release, pressure, release. Good. Let's do 4, 3, 2, 1, and put it back out to the stretch. And maybe just circle it around out here. Lean in a little bit. Get some good hamstring stretching happening here. All right. One more area and we're done. So here we go. So let's put that toe and ball area. And again, I want you to imagine you're scratching the ball with your toes like this, and then pushing the big toe, the little toe, just kind of around right now. We're not doing the hard push. We're just circling. We're massaging. We're rolling. You feel those nubbles really well under the toes, hopefully. Think about the big toe, the second toe, the third, the fourth, and the pinky, how they might give more focus independently and then together, scratching like this. All right, and then let's go down and up, squeeze and drop, push with the toes, release with the toes, suck up that energy, suck up that connection, suck up that blood flow, push and pull, create that circulation through isometric contraction, squeeze it, release it, beautiful. Let's do 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1, and relax. Woo, bring it out here in front, and let's just circle and spread those toes, stretch, stretch, stretch. Woo, great job, great connecting today. Let's go ahead and stop the foot action and just get a little upper body stretch before we say goodbye today. Reach up and over and circle. I hope you liked my springtime backdrop today. Don't you feel like you're outdoors in the Hamptons somewhere? Other side, up and over. Inhale and exhale. Awesome. Bring it back to the center. Hands behind. If you have chair rails to hold on to, Hold on and drop forward and let your head tuck down and up nice and slow, down and up, again stimulating that vestibular system. And then we'll go down and look behind your right to the ceiling, and down, look behind your left to the ceiling. A couple of these, really good for the inner ear circulation, stimulation. Good. Inhale and exhale. A couple more. Last one to the right. Last one to the left. Back to the center, sitting tall. Shoulders back and down. Shoulders forward. Shoulders back and down. Feel this rolling sensation. Really trying to increase that circulation up to the neck. And then stretch down. Good. 2 more. Rolling up and down. Last one. And staying down, because that is typically where we want the shoulders to stay. Holding the bottom of your chair. Tilt your ear to one shoulder. Take a deep breath, maybe 2 or 3 deep breaths, stretching the neck. Other side. 2 or 3 deep breaths, keeping that shoulder pulled downward. Back to center. And then from here, I'm going to have you scooch to the side if you're comfortable doing that. And if this works, you can do a runner's lunge from the seated position. You might have to move your board away a little bit. But if you can get into this position on your chair, not everybody will be comfortable with it. It's a wonderful opening and comfortable stretch position for these tight hip muscles up front called the hip flexors. And then you can also push your heel towards the floor and get a great calf stretch out of it. This is a stretch I recommend if you're comfortable getting into, that you do this every once in a while when you're sitting for periods of 30 minutes or more, because these muscles start to get way too tight and contracted, and this is a great, easy way to stretch them. Now, the key thing on this move, though, is getting in and out of it. So to get out of it, you have to bring the knees together first in the same direction, and then wiggle both feet to the other side. And then to get into it, you have to lean and kind of just shimmy. You might have to lean back towards the rear of your chair until you can get into that open lunge, whether the knee is bent or straight, without falling off the seat of your chair. Now, if this is, you guys, if you're looking at me and going, there's no way, you could also do this standing like this. I just like the chair position because it allows you to be weightless. In other words, your weight is on the chair. You don't have to worry about holding your posture, and you can really think about pushing and contracting the gluteal muscle and really trying to stimulate an opposite action, which is when you tighten the butt, then it releases these muscles in the front. So if this works for you, great. If not, it's usually the getting in and out of it that gives people trouble. So if you are having issues and you can't keep your knees in line with your toes, then opt for the standing version. Okay, how did we get out of it? We let this knee come around, shimmied it together, and brought them together in line. All right, that is it. There is no more. I am going to come in and check on the chat box one more time, and I will check the chat box throughout the day. I actually check throughout the week, so that if somebody's watching it after we filmed it and they have any questions or comments, I can recognize you and hopefully answer you. So thank you again for joining us at 60 Up. I know that Dan and Debbie and I all appreciate that we have this community that's building, and hopefully you're sharing with others and sharing all your benefits with us too, because we love hearing about it. So don't forget, this is Brain Body Connection Month. Let's stay connected. Inhale up, exhale down, and bow to yourself. Thank you very much. All right, let me see if there's any other comments, and then I'm going to say goodbye. All right. Oh, thank you. Great class. So I, like Hildy, with an H. So Ildi is Hildy. It's Ildi. Is it Ildi? I think so. I'm asking how it's pronounced. I know, and I look the same on your computer. All right. Well, thank you for clearing that up, Ildi. And if I said it wrong,
So sorry. I'll slap myself for you. All right. Well, thank you guys again, and love checking in on the comments, and finally figured out, I think, how to do so. Pat, yes, thank you, Pat. She thought the energy was great for a spring day. And did you like my spring backdrop? I like it. I wish that was my real house. It's really just a hanging backdrop, but I like that I can change it. All right, well, you guys, spring out there, get out in the sun, enjoy the vitamin D. It's a beautiful day if you're here in California. I'm not sure where you're at. I know that it was snowing yesterday in England, so lucky we are here on the West Coast. Take care, and again, thanks again for the comments. I'll check in always. I'm saying bye and signing off. Oops, I have to click it.